Oof.
And
Okay,
we're back.
okay. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Timothy. If you haven't seen me already, this is my new channel, and yeah, today we're making a new series called Deep Waters Podcast, and yeah, this is gonna be the very first episode, and we have a special guest. Introduce yourself, my boy.
Sup, Spotify, YouTube, wherever this is gonna end up. This is Blessing, and if you want to follow me anyway, just follow me at bless.ing.__ for IG, and Living with Blessing on YouTube for dope content.
I
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up, my boy.
Amen.
And yeah, it's our first episode, so if we make mistakes, just understand that it's still new to us. We'll get used to it.
Yeah. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to know. To know. So, we have a topic today, and the topic we're gonna talk about is the school system failing the youth in South Africa?
Is it failing the youth?
Yeah, and since you're in matric, right?
Final year.
Yeah, final year. So tell the people, how does it feel like being matric?
Yo, man. Okay, so school is a pain and is annoying. I feel like it might be because we don't really learn much in my province, which is where I'm from. There's like a lot of people in like one class, like maths is like 50, 40, 30 people. Which is crazy. I don't know how they be teaching like that. It doesn't make sense why they would do that even.
Do you guys think you're gonna make it?
We have to.
You have to.
There's no other thing we can do. We have to make it. I mean, if you want to make it in life, then you have to do something about it.
Alright, so what's your take on the 2021 matric results? Do you think you guys are gonna surpass it or stay the same?
Yo. Honestly, nah. As our school,
Yeah, like in Limpopo in general.
no, but like I don't know the other marks of like the grade 11s from last year in different schools, but then from our school, I feel like we did like really exponentially good. We got I think 80 something or 90 up there percent pass rate for us,
80 something.
like 89 or 90
Percent?
something. Yeah.
Wait, how many are you all at school?
At school,
For the grade 11, not the whole school.
grade 11 about 300.
And
Somewhere
y'all
there.
got 80 something? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's my feel almost?
It's bad.
Oh man, that's bad. At least 90 something. Uncle,
No.
y'all are not matrix.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But now we are.
But I guess.
And you know, some people be like, no, I'll put in more time, more effort now that I'm in matric than they are back then.
Sure.
So that's how it works, I think. That's how some people's mindsets work. But then there's some people who've been working since the get.
Since the get-go.
Yeah.
I know. Mara, you guys, I think y'all might pass.
Maybe.
But being honest, like in South Africa, né,
Yeah.
the system that has been given to you guys, and also us included, like back then,
Back then, yeah.
they don't teach us much about life, man. Honestly, and our unemployment rate in South Africa is really low, especially for the youth. We're like the lowest in the world. You know that?
I did not know that. That is news to me now.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Different countries like Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and maybe the DRC,
Yeah.
they got like a higher employment rate than us,
But
and we have a low employment rate
yeah,
for the youth.
and they ain't really helping with the world much.
Not just that, but in general, man, they ain't teaching us much, and like we can't all get jobs. You feel me? Some of us have to, like, you know, have the courage to like start a business in order to employ other people,
And to succeed as well.
and to succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, definition of success is to be happy. I mean, you can just be a taxi driver and be happy. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
Having a solid income, feeding your family, house.
feeding your family, a
Yeah.
house, like as long as you're happy.
Yeah.
But then your money is really needed, especially if you're living in a modern day like ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
and like
need
things
money.
are expensive,
Things are
and they
expensive.
want us to do certain things like put on solar panels on the roofs, but those prices are insane.
Yeah,
So you
prices are
can't
insane.
really
Especially
just do that.
Especially when those who can afford. So ish.
Yeah, so I just feel like with the unemployment rate specifically, there's a lot of people who, well, our parents, they be telling us school is important, you have to finish school, get a degree, and you'll get a job. But that job is not guaranteed.
Ish.
That's one like very important thing. You should know that it's not guaranteed, and you have to work hard to get what you want, especially now. Because you can get a degree. There are a lot of people that have degrees right now and sitting at home getting this lump sum money that they be getting every month because they're unemployed and over the age of 18. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to.
So how would you rather live?
How would I rather live? I would rather live in a place where I won't have to worry about whether I'll get a next meal, you know.
Sure.
If I have to pay rent,
Ish.
I don't want that. I just want a house that I know like is mine. Fine, every month.
And what do they even teach you at school, man? Do they like at least like tell you guys, or okay, when you guys leave and then if things don't go your way, do they at least tell you guys that when you get to school you can like, when you don't get to school you can like maybe like hustle this way or hustle that way? Do they teach you financially on how you can handle your funds, on what choices to make and what not to make?
Nah, they don't teach you how to do that. I don't even think I don't do the specific subjects like accounting and stuff. But then from what I've heard, they've never taught them how to like pay taxes. It's more like how to manage, né?
How to manage,
yeah. They don't tell you how to do that stuff. Né? Yeah, they don't teach you how to apply for a bond. None of that. You just have to learn this like when you're out there. They don't teach you, especially like some things like, cause in our generation, our modern day society, a lot of kids our age, roughly, they suffer from like depression and stuff. Those people killing themselves, no cap.
Yeah, they
and the schools are doing nothing to help those kids. If you see them bullied,
they
don't do anything. They just suspend the person for 2 weeks. They're like, alright, 2 weeks, learn this lesson.
And if they didn't learn the lesson, they just expel them.
Expel. Honestly, I think expelling is like, it's very rare.
Like either way, but then like, what else are you gonna do? Like when you expel a student from school, are you trying to say like, you know what, we can't handle you, so we're just taking you out, like just kicking you out? Maybe since like, you can't handle you?
You're not our problem no more. You go sort yourself out.
I guess, but could you blame upbringing?
It's a factor.
Upbringing.
That's a factor, yeah. Because you find they say, I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not a bully, but then they say that people who are bullies have like effects at home, like maybe they're being abused by their parents and everything. But then at the end of the day, it's still a choice. You could be abused by your parents, everything, and choose to still be a good person.
I know, that's true.
Yeah, you don't have to take your anger out on other people. It's not needed. More violence breeds more violence.
Yeah, violence breeds more violence, and honestly, violence just keeps on like making more hate and then causing hate.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, violence ain't gonna solve anything.
It ain't gonna solve anything.
It's just gonna cause more problems.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're not gonna teach you that at school. Because last time I was at school, some kids had fights. All they did was talk about, hey, this one, they must bring their parents. Hey, this, they must bring their parents. Then they beat them. So, like, no, man.
Yeah.
To work on things was just...
Honestly, that's true. Like, at our school, there would be certain points, you'd be like, yeah, today's there's gonna be a fight. And that fight would happen.
It would happen.
And all those specific people is around the people, like, for some reason at school there's like territory, right? So there are people who sell, obviously, to make money. Nobody wants to be broke. So they make money. So they have territory, right? So if you sell in their territory, I remember there was one story where one of my friends was selling, and he didn't know this territory stuff, so he was just selling. He just wanted the money. He just wanted the bread. Bro, they beat that nigga.
They beat him up.
Yeah, they beat him up. It's not because
even though he was just hustling.
He was just hustling
just
for
to
himself,
just to make a living. Quick living.
So you just see people just do things. They don't need to do it, but they do it in a specific way, which it affects a lot of people, and everyone would be scared, you know.
And
people will be afraid to express themselves as well, because they'll be like, "Oh no, you're weird.
I know you're wrong.
We don't like that.
We don't like that."
Yeah, so why do you have to do that? Exactly. So I feel like our school is not helping us with our emotional, educational wise, because they could do it better. Like me personally, I feel like because I'm not good at memorizing stuff like work.
Yeah.
But I know I'm smart. Né? So then you know how the school system
smart in
works.
what way?
Smart in terms of information, everything that I research. I actually learn more outside of school than I did in school. Yeah.
Like YouTube, being honest, YouTube. You can find everything that you're studying at
TikTok,
school on YouTube.
Anime, cartoons, movies. The information is literally there,
bro.
And you, because you're interested in those stuff, it actually teaches you more and makes you want to delve deeper into that information. Then you cramming information in my head,
cramming
for a term, for one term,
forcefully by the way.
And then the next term, all of that is scrapped. We don't do that anymore.
Don't do it anymore.
Another four terms, 3 terms basically, because the 4th term is revision. And then 4th term, they're like, know the term 1 stuff and 2 and 3 and the extra things we taught you in term 4. If you don't know them, you're gonna fail. But that doesn't mean I'm dumb. I'm just not good at memorizing.
Just not good at memorizing in that way.
In information.
And you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
Schools, and I mean schools in general. They don't. It's as if they don't condone creativity.
They don't condone
Because
creativity.
you can get, let's say for example in mathematics, you can get the answer right, but if your steps are wrong, what do? They give you everything nothing. Wrong. Ne?
It depends on the topic.
Yeah. Okay, let's say for example we're doing long division.
They'll give you, I remember when I was growing up, to this day, I'm in matric final year. I still do not know how to do long division.
Really?
Yeah, I've been like, lots of teachers have tried to teach me. I don't know why I can't grasp the information, but I don't know why. So I just normally just do the short division, because at the end of the day, I will still get the same answer. So I would get the answer, do those little steps that I know from short division, get the answer. They'll give me a mark for the answer and for those first steps, and then for the rest, I wouldn't get anything.
You wouldn't get anything.
I wouldn't get anything.
Honestly, I just forgot which topic it was. Not topic, but like which.
Maybe you're talking about calculus, but we ain't start that. So
you guys didn't do calculus yet?
Nah, it's
calculus
not.
Calculus started in grade 11, you.
Grade 11. We never even saw that.
But then you guys are Kolbu children, but so I don't know. Hey, I don't know how y'all are gonna pass this year.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. And that's a problem. Up in other provinces like the IB, especially IB, not just in every other province.
Yeah.
Man, those guys are doing well, man.
They're doing well.
And haven't you ever asked yourself how come they doing well and we ain't?
Well, if you think about it, now bear with me, bear with me. Let me finish. You know how you are.
I'm gonna let you speak.
Yeah. So I know we did like the worst. 66, right?
Yeah, it was 66.
So I feel like because we are still a lot of people, there might be a lot of people in Pretoria, Joburg and everything, but then there's more schools in those areas than there are here where we are, right? So the fact that, because there are schools, like if you go around like to the bush and stuff, there are schools, but if you haven't noticed, those schools are run down, or they it's abandoned. There's no technology, there's no teachers. So how can you expect a province, right, without schools, with limited teachers, limited resources, compared to the cities, get the same marks as the schools in the cities, private schools, all that? How are we supposed to do that if we have less resources?
I hear your point, né?
Yeah.
But I hear your point. Yeah, no, I'm not disclosing of your point.
Yeah, because
it makes sense. Because like certain schools, they won't have the the proper facilities to teach children, like the proper needs for teaching children.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also for the teachers as well.
Yeah.
In order to teach them.
Yeah. And because of like global warming and stuff, weather is also important, eh? Because if a certain like area gets flooded in that area where we're from, especially, there's like a river, and kids have to cross that river to go to school. So if you think about it, how are kids gonna pass if they don't attend school? One, and we could easily build bridges, so those kids, like steady bridges, not those 5-minute
bridges,
ones, those sturdy ones. So they're safe no matter what. Even if there's a flood, they're safe.
But who's gonna fund it though?
And then they could take. The government has to.
The
government has to.
The same government that said 500 million, but it disappeared.
It's gone.
That government.
So they funding city schools. They doing well. We suffering. They don't want to give us the resources. They don't want to take our kids to school. They don't want to protect us.
Did you hear what they said about funding the schools of 2022?
No.
They said that they're gonna fund y'all. I think it's like 30 billion rand for every. I think it's for every government school in South Africa.
Every government 30 billion each.
They said 30 billion for like just every school. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna like.
Yeah, they're just gonna divide 30 billion with the amount of schools. You find that some of the schools only get 1 million.
Some are getting 1 million. No,
some
okay.
Get 10 million.
Now that we're talking about that, no?
Yeah.
Out of that from that I've heard from the news.
Yeah.
Did you see any improvements from your school this year?
From my school, like
this year, like the time you guys started. Anything?
Nothing. There's nothing. It took our school, I think, about a week to get ready with like school stuff, start getting our work and everything. Other schools have done
done everything.
They've done their work, like the introduction. It took them less time, right? I think they also recently, the schools, they did already the inter-house, the athletics, all those things, those tiny little things that you have to do at the beginning of the year. Obviously, we didn't do that yet. We're still waiting. We're still waiting.
What are they waiting for?
I have no idea what they're waiting for. I don't want to lie. And when we were going through schools, right, some classes, specifically maths and English, there was less textbooks. Yeah, I understand the fact that it's more of the student's fault, right, to bring it back. But then if they don't bring it back, you have to replace them.
Yeah, you gotta.
But if you don't replace them, there will be no textbooks for us to use.
No, but then like either way, they have to like fund other children's textbooks, because if they don't have textbooks, what are they gonna study with?
Exactly.
But then either way, different schools, especially around the world, they started using technology. They don't use like the modern day textbooks. They started using like tablets and shit.
Okay.
Give me.
When do you think we're gonna do that? I mean, we'll be gone. We'll be long gone. That's
we'll
fine.
be long gone.
That's fine. But like, how long do you think it will take our little brothers and sisters to get to that point?
No, they're not gonna get it.
They ain't gonna get it.
Nah.
You see. Only the cities.
Only the cities. Yeah, you could say the cities.
Yeah, because the cities.
And also maybe private schools, because they fund themselves.
Private schools.
I mean,
like it depends on the pro bono. Yeah.
Because like private schools, they do fund them. They take school really seriously compared to government schools.
Yeah, and that's why they be doing good.
And that's why they be doing well. Yeah, that's why they be passing. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Okay, I want to know this.
Okay.
Why is Limpopo, especially Limpopo, how come we got like 66%, and then last year We got like 68. Why did we drop?
66.
Yeah.
I feel like last year, né?
Yeah, last year. And you were in school last year.
I was in school last
so
year.
you could observe what
so
happened.
it dropped.
It dropped, yeah. And we're like the lowest. I think the second lowest is 71% pass rate.
And crazy thing is that during the COVID times, right? Well, like when it was really serious, a lot of students dropped out. Ne?
Really?
Like a lot. Like I think 400,000, according to what I've heard.
Damn.
Dropped out. Where are they now? Because where do you think they are?
Yeah.
They're probably on the streets, which also adds up to the unemployment rate.
And not just that, crime rate.
Huh? Crime rate, yeah, because they have to get money somehow.
They have to get money somehow.
I mean,
and then when people stress, because schools don't talk about stress, or they don't talk about how to like
deal with
emotional stress. You see that thing for LO when they're like, yeah, we can teach you this how it is with the textbook. Nah, chief, they'll say it in theory, né? But they won't show you in practical.
Yeah, they won't show you in practical.
Nah, they're just gonna say this, and then they're gonna expect you to implement it through words instead of through seeing. Up and others are visual learners.
And the thing is, with those ones where you have to read the interpret, answer the question. If you don't answer the question, then you won't get help. That's basically what they tell you.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So
and some teachers, they be like that. Sometimes they'll be like, if you don't answer this, they'll be like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I just taught you this.
You should know.
You should know this.
How am I supposed to know?
It's general knowledge.
No.
They won't tell you anything.
Some people have certain needs, and they have to cater to them.
You see.
So.
And not everyone is the same.
Other
people get taught differently. Other people learn things differently.
Like myself. Reading. Sometimes it just.
So it goes overboard.
I have to see it.
So you're a visual learner.
I'm a visual learner.
You see, and other people are auditory learners, so they prefer hearing things. You know?
They be like, yeah, speak.
Yeah, you know those people be like, just relax, nyana.
Yeah, let's do this.
Or what?
Let's do schooling.
And then other people, you see, the system, man. And like school in general, because they're not. School has been the same for the past century.
Yeah,
it's been the same, and I'm sure it's more than that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, in like developed countries, like I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, anybody. But like I remember, or I feel like I remember that I read an article somewhere about New Zealand. Like the way they teach their learners is more practical.
It's more practical.
It's about like, you know, in like university, when they be like, yeah, this is when you learn in university. This is what you need, not this diameter of a triangle.
So they become more practical with this.
Yeah, they be like, you know what?
And how
here's the thing. Here's the diagram. Show us. If you can't show us, we'll help you to show us.
So how's the what do you call it?
I mean, they passing. They
passing well.
They develop. They passing well. They got low. Is it low or high employment?
Those guys are really. They know what they do. They take care of the country.
Exactly.
Unlike some people who steal the money, but
won't say names.
But
you know who it is if you follow the politics.
If you follow, but then either way, politics is politics. There will always be corruption, bro.
We don't want to get held accountable.
If you get accountable, what are you doing? This is a podcast for the people.
It's a podcast
for the people.
But then defamation of character.
Defamation. How are we deforming when it's reality?
Because, of course, these people, they show up a persona, and that's what they think.
But that's propaganda.
Fair. That's true.
And propaganda is wrong.
Propaganda is wrong.
So you see, that way, you see these guys, man, they're not serious.
They're courting us. They just want money.
And you know.
Oh, you know what I heard? I'm not sure, but like I heard the head of our military. Apparently, she's a teacher.
The military.
The head, like.
Wait. Like a teacher, like teacher who teaches school.
A teacher that teaches school. They according to what I've heard, right?
Mm.
You know this thing of my friend, I'll help you get
Mm.
the job money pocket.
Mm.
They be like, alright, so you want more money? This is what you're gonna have to do. You're just gonna have to lead the military. You have no what experience in military guns, none of that, nah. But then it pays well. Do you want the job?
Do you want the job?
I'll give it to you. Then they give it to them. I've also heard that the Minister of Health doesn't have a doctor's education.
She doesn't.
You see?
Apparently, yeah.
How can you make the Minister of Health?
Yeah, the Minister of Health. They said it was a previous police officer.
How do you give someone without a doctor's degree a doctor's thing? Like,
it doesn't make sense, bro.
Like, and if I'm just saying, just throwing out there, if I were to just shuffle these people out, the people of Ministry of Health or the head or whatever would have at least 30 years of experience in medicine.
Yeah, in the medical field, yeah.
In the medical field, so that she knows what she's doing. She's been in the field before. Obviously she's teaching the
new recruits.
The new people.
Yeah.
Same with all the other heads. Mara, these people don't understand that what they're doing at the end of the day affects us as a country.
Yeah,
I feel like when they're done, when their time on this earth is done, obviously their kids will take over. They will get the money, they will get the thingies, they will get the businesses, they will get the deals. Because there's a lot of deals that were made back in the past, most likely, that we don't even know about. Those things were swept under the rug.
Like, what type of deals you talking about?
I'm talking about, what type of deals? How can I say an example?
Just one small
off the top of my head.
Yo,
it's kind of hard.
Oh, come on, like what type of deals? Like, I get what
type of deals. Okay, I'd be like,
give an example for the listeners.
Okay, I'd be like, we own a mine. Yeah. We own a coal mine. I'd be like, bruh, Timothy, you want extra cash?
You want extra cash, yeah?
Do you?
Yeah, obvious.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to go buy trucks. Ne? And I'm going to go give them to that person there in the mine.
The one at the mine.
At the mine.
Open the gate.
At the gate, And when we are distributing these things to, let's say, the electricity place, I don't want to quote names.
I want to quote names.
We give it to those people.
Yeah.
Let's sell half of it.
Yeah.
To other countries.
Yeah.
And then let us just give them. Because how we having load shedding, but we are one of the biggest coal producers in the world. How?
China.
And then you find there's also gas problems. You see how much our petrol costs?
Yeah, our petrol costs is
$20
through the roof, bro.
According to my teacher, if you go to the outside of the border, that same petrol that we pay for, they pay $8. How? And we the one producing.
And apparently,
not producing, distributing.
And we're the ones distributing the fuels and stuff.
But then they have the same fuel, but they paying $8 for it. We paying 20.
It doesn't make sense because usually where the supplier comes from, things should be cheaper.
Yeah, you don't go to the tick shop, the Nike maybe.
Nah, you can.
Yeah, you don't go to Nike, buy Nike Air Jordans for maybe $100, and then you go to the shop, and the shop is $50.
It's not gonna work.
Gonna work like that.
We need profit. And it needs to. And the profit, it's not just for yourself.
It's not for yourself.
It's for the economy, because as soon as you profit, you buy things. Your neighbor's gonna profit because you're buying from the neighbor.
Yeah.
Your neighbor's gonna profit because it's gonna have enough money to buy things from other people and other shops.
Exactly.
So if you were to rob yourself or rob your country, it's just gonna fuck up. It's just gonna fuck up everyone. Excuse my language, but it's just gonna mess up everyone.
It's just gonna mess with everyone's lives. Our standard of living is gonna get high. Unemployment rate is gonna go down.
Most definitely.
Because we have to pay thousands of rands for just basic needs that we have. And then some people living on the streets because they can't keep up with the rent.
Yeah.
How?
It just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
It really does, man.
You see, so these politics people, they be hurting us. They don't know.
And
but
you know where this comes from?
Where does it come from?
It all goes back to school.
To school.
The root.
The root.
Remember?
Yeah, it's like politician. Like when you're running, false promises.
Yeah, they go for the
It
children.
starts at school.
And you know what they're forgetting?
You know it starts at school.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's like things that happen at school. I'm sure it also happened in your school at the time. It's like RCL.
Yeah.
The leader of the class. They be like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do this.
No, it's because they don't tell them about it.
We don't talk about casual nothing. It just happens when the teachers want it to happen.
Yeah.
The teachers, the students have no power. The only thing students have is that thing of the teacher tells you to do something, you do it, and you do it to your class. You be like, yeah, distribute.
Distribute.
You don't have power at the end of the day.
No, you don't.
See, everything starts at school. So
honestly, it starts at school.
Yeah, it starts at
and because like people, and this is something that people I think are forgetting.
Yeah.
Schools, and I'm talking about the youth. We may be 30% of the country, but we are most definitely
the future.
100% of the future.
100%.
So if you were to jeopardize the schooling, or you were to jeopardize the youth, either at school, not giving them what they need, not supplying them with what they need, and like cancelling out their dreams, telling them this and that, not informing them, because information is supposed to be provided at school, but it's not being provided. I know this. I saw this firsthand. It's not being provided from the schools. I have to find them out myself, and from YouTube. We're very blessed to have YouTube, being honest.
Yeah.
So yeah,
to give us a platform, a voice.
Yeah, a platform of voice. This podcast is gonna be the voice for the people.
For the people.
And this is the very first episode. And I'm most definitely gonna make sure that we're gonna keep talking and gonna keep letting people know, letting people hear that the voice, that we're not alone. We're not alone.
About the things that's happening in our country.
What's happening
around the world, maybe.
Around the world even.
Yeah.
We might even have international listeners. You never know.
Yeah, but then not always too serious. Not always too serious.
Not always?
Too serious.
What do you mean by too serious?
We ain't always gotta cry. Sometimes it'll be for the vibes.
No, it's gonna be for the vibes. This is a vibe podcast, but like
podcast.
The main rule or the main focus of this podcast is to give a voice. Yeah. But we can like obviously like chill around, have some fun. Yeah. So this is the first episode.
Yeah, you must invite me back. I am really enjoying this. Like so deep.
It's so nice, ne?
Deep Waters
Podcast.
Don't
bro.
forget it, guys. Share though.
And you know what that means, right? Yeah. To all the listeners, we diving in. We call divers from now on. We divers because this is the Deep Waters Podcast.
Yeah. So like, yeah, man. I don't know. It's messed up.
It is messed up. But I guess we're the ones who have to change it. Yeah. Inform the others. And I honestly wish you the best of luck.
Hey, thank you, man.
I wish you the best of luck, G. Make sure you kill them. And also, you mustn't be afraid. Okay?
I'm afraid.
Listen. If you were to see, like, for example, hey, things are not going well at school, you must talk.
I'm gonna talk.
You must talk. You post it. I encourage you to post it. We have Black Twitter for a reason.
Black Twitter. Be like, these things are hard.
Yeah, we must up, and it's time to expose these niggas who are not taking students seriously.
Yeah, I feel like they just ignore.
Nah, we have Twitter for that. Yeah. Now they won't ignore. Yeah, radio
also
is dying,
get cancelled.
Bro. You see, and radio is dying.
You think so?
Yeah, radio is dying.
Nah, there are people. You know,
like
radio
when last
isn't
did
dying.
You listen to radio?
You listen to radio in the morning.
When?
It's the most in the morning is when it's the most informative. Honestly,
okay, you could say, like, let's say for example you're going to school, stuff like that.
Weather, everything. It's the most informative in the morning and at night. And then during the day, it's just music.
It's just music.
In our country, it's a piano the whole day.
And not just that though. Radio, ne? It gives remember, like the people who own radio,
Mm.
it's not that they give everything they want people to hear.
Mm.
They give everything they want to know. They want to let people hear. You get my point?
Yeah.
They don't want to give everything off. They want to just give like
Peace.
what they think is right or what they think is wrong.
What you think in pieces?
Mm.
Because you find this, I'll be like, Timothy, release the podcast in the morning.
Mm.
This I'm saying this in the morning, like
In the
morning
morning,
radio.
yeah.
Then I'll be like, the afternoon, Timothy released the podcast.
You see?
It's like an ad.
It's like an ad. Yeah.
At this point, it's an ad.
It's just like
I feel like that's how they
it's
make their money
It's
now.
a repetition of the same thing.
Yeah.
And when last did you actually hear good news from the radio?
Good news.
Yeah. From the radio.
Problem is I don't listen to the radio a lot.
Mm.
I'm always like deep in my life.
Deep in your life.
Yeah. I feel like I have better things to do than to just listen to the radio.
See.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, since nowadays we've got more options,
Yeah.
society is giving us more options, like
Yeah.
especially with the media, the internet itself.
Yeah.
It becomes that thing of, yeah, you know what? I don't have to like forcefully listen to this because I can like change to the next thing or change to the next thing.
Mm.
And that's the one thing that radio can't do. Because radio, it's one frequency.
One.
You can change the channel, you can change the
Yeah.
radio station.
Yeah.
But like majority of the time, they're gonna give the exact same
Same
information provided by probably the corporates, the main radio broadcast.
Yeah, they be like, here, this is a cake.
have this.
This is a cake, guys.
Yeah, have this. Share this. Only this. You can't share more than this.
Yeah. This
And
is your piece, bro.
This is your piece.
This is yours.
Oh, they're talking about schools on how we can improve it. No, don't talk about that. Talk about, hey, this guy's got robbed yesterday or
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, the school failed. Like, it was bad.
You see? No, they're not gonna talk.
They don't.
About
They
that.
don't really talk about good things like the heroes who be helping our
No,
communities.
they won't. They won't talk about it. If they
Yeah.
do, then probably someone who's from the radio station, like this, like
has
you know,
has
pressed.
suffered from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So yeah. No, this has been the very first podcast of Deep Waters Podcast with your boy Blessing. Don't forget to follow him.
yeah.
And
all
yeah, thanks for coming,
platforms.
man.
All platforms, and
I think
thank
we
you
should
for
end it
inviting me.
here. Any last words to the people?
Any last words? I don't like water anymore.
You don't like water? How come?
So this is a story for another day.
It's a story for another day. Alright, then we guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Alright, it's been your boy Timothy.
And it's been your boy Blessing.
And take care of it. See you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it.